Welcome to How to Ensure Your Business is Booming on Black Friday with the AWS Cloud, an e-commerce story. And for those of you who don't know what Black Friday is, it's the biggest shopping holiday in the United States, the day after Thanksgiving. Today, you'll be hearing from our presenters, Justin Czar, who's the General Manager for Rhino Group, John Hardy, Senior Solutions Architect at Media Temple, and myself, Eddie Howdigi, Service Delivery Manager at Media Temple. A little background on Media Temple. We've been running as a host provider in Los Angeles since 1998. We host great ideas for customers in over 100 countries. Our support is unlimited, 24/7 via phone, chat, and online ticketing system. We have an industry-leading 60 NPS Net Promoter Score, and we are powering over 1 million websites worldwide. Now I'd like to introduce you to Justin Czar, who will take it from here and give you a little background on Rhino Group.
Thanks, Eddie. Appreciate it. So Rhino Group is a web development agency that is located just outside of the city of Chicago here in Illinois. We are in the northwest suburbs for anybody familiar with this area. We were founded in 2004 and we currently have 11 people on our staff. As far as our portfolio goes, we currently manage roughly 250 websites for clients of all different sizes, and we like to provide a full service solution to our clients. So everything from fully managed hosting of their web solutions to development, of course, website updates, and the ever important search engine optimization, marketing, and conversion optimization. So we are pretty much an end-to-end development agency. The client we're going to be focusing on today is ScentLok. They are a category leader in the manufacture and sale of camouflage clothing. And when we first began working with ScentLok several years back, they were still rooted in the traditional sales model of box stores, as well as, dealers and distributors. They were doing some online sales, but it wasn't a primary focus for them. When they came to us with their old solution, they expressed some interest in wanting to increase their online sales and migrate a little bit more towards a consumer direct sales model. And that is ultimately where the Rhino Group and Media Temple partnership began. ScentLok partnered with Rhino Group as their development agency to build a Magento 1.9 solution for them, and Rhino Group in turn partnered with Media Temple for our hosting solution. Now, as I said, the first iteration of the ScentLok website that we built for them was on the Magento 1.9 platform. When they first came to us, they were running on a BigCommerce platform. However, they were looking for more versatility, more scalability, and better integration with their ERP system, which is why we settled on the Magento platform. And at that time, our relationship with Media Temple, we were using their DB managed servers with the Cloud Tech premium support. Black Friday. So for those who, again, don't know Black Friday, it is the largest shopping holiday in the United States. So several years ago, the first Black Friday we went through with ScentLok, they actually began their Black Friday sale early. They decided to start it on Thanksgiving evening, which has become a more popular thing to do these days. Well, unbeknownst to us, they started the sale early and experienced a massive spike in traffic. I can still remember being at home with about 20 people at my house for Thanksgiving dinner when my phone started blowing up that there was problems with the ScentLok website. We had outages, we had slowdowns, and a lot of problems due to the unforeseen massive spike in traffic. Thankfully, we were able to work through that Thanksgiving and into the next couple of days with the Media Temple team to get us through that critical period. But at that point, we finally realized that we had outgrown the current environment and we needed to find a new solution. So with that new solution on the horizon, we had to identify what our needs truly were. Of course, 24/7 support, monitoring, and alerting, all very important things. But for our client, and for what we needed, was the ability to minimize downtime, both in terms of sustaining a data center outage, as well as a solution that would automatically scale with traffic. The unpredictability of today's web traffic required a scalable solution. Of course, DevOps support, so anything that we were looking to do in the future, whether it was website upgrades or changes to the environment, having a Media Temple team in place to advise for that was critical to us. And the last piece, which is always critical to everybody, ourselves included, was going to be billing. We needed flexible billing, something that didn't have a long-term contract or a huge upfront fee that would present barriers or risks of us trying new technologies. And now I'm going to hand this over to Eddie, who will speak a little bit about the solution that Media Temple put together.
Thanks, Justin. So at this time, we decided that Amazon Web Services cloud computing would provide the most amount of benefit and cover all of the solutions that Rhino Group was looking to give to ScentLok. So we decided to work with our senior solutions architects, and we built something amazing for Rhino Group to take off and be prepared for the following year's Black Friday. I'll hand it over to John, who will talk a little bit about the solution and walk us through what that looks like. John?
Thank you, Eddie. Appreciate it. So here we're looking at an overview of the solution we designed for Rhino Group. The first thing to take notice of is we've decoupled their dependencies from 2 VPS machines to run on Amazon services purpose-built for each service. We'll go through the components that make up the solution. Requests from the internet will first reach CloudFront CDN. Now, CloudFront will either serve a cached response back to the end user, or if the request is not cached, it will either grab an object from S3, or the request will get forwarded to the Elastic Load Balancer. The Elastic Load Balancer will then forward the request to our auto-scaling group of EC2 web servers. Here, requests will be load balanced across many EC2 web servers. The web servers are also deployed in multiple availability zones, or termed multi-AZ. The auto-scaling group gives us scalability or elasticity, and being multi-AZ gives us high availability. The multi-AZ theme is something you'll see we've carried across the other services that we've deployed. Next service is CloudWatch. CloudWatch will handle log retention and log viewing, as well as service monitoring. Amazon has built CloudWatch to be fully redundant and highly available. Next, we have RDS, multi-AZ. RDS will be handling our MySQL databases. RDS can also be scaled horizontally with read replicas. We can also increase or level up the instance type to take advantage of more CPU and memory. And in addition to that, we can also increase IOPS for better disk performance. So having RDS deployed multi-AZ allows us to make these types of changes with little or no downtime. So another advantage to RDS multi-AZ. Next, we have ElastiCache, also multi-AZ. ElastiCache will handle our Redis instances and serve as our application cache. Next is Elasticsearch and Kibana, again, multi-AZ. Elasticsearch will serve as Magento's search engine, and Kibana will be utilized for charting and visualizing data. Lastly, we have EFS, Elastic File Share. EFS will host and persist the application's dynamic content. Now, dynamic content can consist of uploaded product images, user uploaded images, say for like a product review, or product documentation files. Essentially, files that our application create at runtime that we need to save and persist, we will save those to EFS. So one of the key requirements Rhino Group needed from a cloud-based solution was automatic scalability and high availability of their web servers. So we'll focus on the components we deploy to enable automatic scalability and high availability of the web servers. We used a combination of Elastic Load Balancers, auto-scaling groups, and CloudWatch monitoring. The Elastic Load Balancers spread the requests across many EC2 web servers in the auto-scaling group. The auto-scaling group is continuously sending CPU utilization numbers to CloudWatch which CloudWatch is continuously monitoring that number. So CloudWatch sees the CPU utilization meet or exceed a predefined threshold that we have established. An alarm will be triggered, which will trigger an auto-scaling event. The auto-scaling event will add more EC2 web servers to the auto-scaling group to handle the increased CPU load. So that's how we've enabled automatic scalability. The next requirement, high availability, was enabled by having our EC2 web servers deployed in multiple availability zones. Now, an availability zone is a separate physical data center location. So being deployed in 2 availability zones means we have web servers deployed in 2 physical data center locations. So if a data center location goes offline, we can rest assured that since we are deployed in a second data center location, the application will remain online. The same principle rings true for the other services which are multi-AZ. They can sustain a data center going offline. So while auto-scaling will now enable Rhino Group's web servers to handle increased traffic, we wanted to also reduce the load on the web servers, as well as increase the overall performance of the application. We accomplished this by deploying CloudFront CDN to cache static assets, such as image files, JavaScript files, CSS files, and font files. A Magento page can sometimes request 200 or more of these file types. That's an additional 200 requests the web servers need to handle each time a user requests a page. So caching these files at CloudFront greatly reduces the number of requests the web servers need to handle. In addition to that, serving these files from edge locations that are geographically closer to the end user means the files download faster, and that equals a better experience for the end user. It really goes to show, we usually fail to notice fast websites, but we definitely notice the slow ones, and CloudFront's going to keep us out of that slow group. The other great feature of CloudFront CDN is that it's a reverse proxy. So Rhino Group was able to take advantage of this type of caching with 0 application changes. Everything is configured at CloudFront. So Rhino Group didn't need to search, replace all of their source or href attributes, or set up rewrite rules, none of that. We handle it all at CloudFront. So that's how we handled the technical requirements Rhino Group needed from their AWS hosting solution. So I'm going to hand it back to Justin so he can go over the results of the new AWS solution.
Thanks, John. Well, proud to report that the results so far have been great. We had unparalleled growth for Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales these last several years. We saw a 65% growth in Black Friday sales. A 33% increase in conversion rate. And for anybody that works in the e-commerce space or manages an e-commerce website, you understand how critical that conversion rate is. If you're not familiar with that term, that's the percentage of people that actually convert into a purchasing user. So converting a visitor to a buyer on your website. So we saw a 33% increase in conversion rate from the previous Black Friday that had slowdowns and outages to the following year where everything ran smoothly. The auto scaling group kicked in as it was supposed to and kept the website up and running at a fast rate. It was in turn the largest single sales day in the history of ScentLok's website. And overall, we were able to stay within budget, both for the development side of things, which is obviously crucial for us, but as well as the hosting environment as well. And the biggest benefit for us as a development agency was that we're able to build confidence with our client, that we are able to architect and implement these solutions that are going to address their needs and prevent problems from happening. In our world, we seem to a lot of times focus on reactive things. So a website goes down, what can we do to get it back up more quickly? Whereas this type of solution is more proactive. This is figuring out where potential concerns are, addressing them before they happen, so the website doesn't go down at those critical times. And we're proud to report that so far it's been a great success. If anyone wants to learn more about Rhino Group or the various services that we offer or how we may be able to help your business, you can visit us online at www.rhinogroup.com. And now I'm going to pass it back over to Eddie.
Thanks, Justin. Based on the business needs Rhino Group had, we decided to move ScentLok to our managed services for AWS from Media Temple. Managed services for AWS from Media Temple ensures that you get the most from the AWS Cloud to meet your business needs. Some of the benefits of working with this product are faster time to market with proprietary cloud orchestration, years of experience from 20 years of hosting, unlimited year-round 24/7 assistance, including Slack communication. We make Slack available for customers on the managed services for AWS during the onboarding journey and high traffic events. This ensures a direct line of communication with support when it's most vital. A 15-minute emergency response SLA. Our proactive monitoring of business-critical web apps allows for automatic emergency detection to guarantee an initial response in under 15 minutes. Dedicated customer onboarding. A roadmap to the cloud is tailored to meet the business objectives with Media Temple's AWS-certified experts and a dedicated onboarding manager that curates the journey. And that concludes our webinar on how to ensure your business is booming on Black Friday with the AWS Cloud. Thank you so much for joining us for our e-commerce story. If you'd like to learn more about how we can get you on the cloud, you can visit us at mediatemple.net/managed cloud.